This is the way.
Hello there.
Hello everyone, welcome for another XTC game. So, we are still in Group E, we are in round 6, this is game 6 between France and the Netherlands, as game 5 happened just Friday night between Fan and Killiweir, and Fan did not manage to take out the scum and villainy list. So we are here today with France leading 3-2, which means they've got the match point. And Steve is probably aiming to convert this into a round win so that Zeran can play pretty much safely tonight. But anyway, for today it's still France against Netherlands, and we have the Republic against the First Order. France is playing the Republic, and this is Steve leading the list that is 195 points, and that contains pretty much 5 times the same thing, which is an Initiative 3 Jedi Knight with the fine-tuned controls ability, which allows you to perform a bonus boost or barrel roll after executing your maneuver, fully executing the maneuver, and equipped with calibrated laser targeting that allows you to add a focus result when you are performing an attack in your bullseye. And to try and take the win to even the score on the right, you have Niels Voss playing the First Order with 3 pretty maneuverable ships at 199 points, and Niels did take the initiative. So he's got an Initiative 1 CNR Gemus Engineer. The ability is Auto Thrusters. You may perform an action after you perform an action, you may perform a red boost or barrel roll. So double reposition as well, but with a stress. The Jedi's can double reposition with a force. The silencers can with a stress, but the dial is pretty much a very blue dial, so not that rare to see those ships with a stress on them. Then you've got Blackout, also known as Blankout, of course. He's equipped with Trick Shot that allows him to gain a bonus attack die when attacking through an obstacle. And his ability is, while you perform an attack, the attacker is obstructed. If the attack is obstructed by an obstacle, the defender rolls 2 fewer defense dice. So basically, it's you are making the opponent lose 1 agility, because if you go through an obstacle, then you've got +1 on defense, and -2, which means the Jedis would go 3 + 1 -2, which is 2. So they lost 1 agility in the process. And then Kylo Ren, after you defend, you may spend a force to assign "I'll show you" the dark side condition to the attacker. So this is, I would say, not that common to see, because it needs Kylo Ren to take an attack without taking damage and without having to spend a force. I mean, you can take damage obviously, but then again, you do not spend a force on defense, and if you don't have any other attack to take, then you can spend that force that you will recover just after that. You can spend this force to assign "I'll show you" the dark side condition to the ship that just attacked you. So basically, for those who might not know, "I'll show you" the dark side is when this card is assigned, if there is no face-up damage card on it, the player who assigned it searches the damage deck for one pilot damage card and places it face-up on this card. Then shuffle the damage deck. When you would suffer a crit, you are instead dealt the face-up damage card on this card, then remove this card, and basically it goes under the shields. If you do suffer a crit, no matter how you suffer it, is it on the shield, is it on the hull, then you take this particular crit. So on ships that have a lot of shields, or basically on those Jedis, if you do, like, let's say for example that a Jedi has the "I'll show you the dark side" condition, then takes an attack from Kylo, takes hit crit, defends, rolls 1 evade, is normally taking a crit on the shields, but with the card can take it on the hull directly. And as these are only concerned by pilot cards, this is pretty much, I mean, you've got some really nasty crits with Panicked Pilot, Blinded Pilot. I mean, Blinded is obviously going to be relevant anyway, but with Jedis can be less relevant than it seems, because they've got the Force, obviously. But this is a ship that really likes to use the Force to reposition and then take an action, so it will be still relevant if it happens. So yeah, you've got like Blinded, Stunned Pilot. Could be relevant if you know that your opponent is about to go through a cloud, for example. Panicked. We will see what he chooses if the power is the ability is relevant. And now Blackout is in a quite good position, maybe a bit too far. Could be boosting maybe. So yellow is Blackout, red is Kylo, and the green one is the initiative one. So Niels has a pretty big bid at this point, 9 points. One of the biggest we saw on this stream, I believe. I don't think we saw. I don't think we saw a higher bid. Maybe I just lost my memory, which is obviously very possible. Alright, so Blackout is a bit far from the fight, but you could not quite boost in this situation because you were endangered by this red and yellow turning hard, green doing the same, blue banking, so might have been some trouble. Courage pour Steve, mais le premier ordre, stupefaction. Aïe aïe aïe. Les traîtres. Alright. So Kylo in a very good position to either go fast or going very slow and placing himself for the upcoming turns. Blackout is... I mean, you still got 3 routes in front of you, which is going hard left, going straight, going bank, or hard right. I mean, if you do that, you are probably going to evade the combat, which is not that good. I mean, it depends on what Niels does with green, for example. Hello, hello. Welcome to the chat. Bienvenue, bienvenue. So it depends on what Niels is going to do with green, obviously. Is he going to go and fight? If he does, probably that Blackout is going to, and probably that Kylo is going fast as well. It's looking pretty decent at this point, because you've got everything that you need in this situation, which is Jedis that are probably going to separate their shots. Or maybe Steve is going to commit on a single ship, and then again, Niels has to not be in the position where Steve wants him to be. Steve gagne, sinon c'est foutu. Oh là 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 là. Pourquoi il mise sur l'adversaire? C'est toujours pareil, quand c'est le français qui gagne, il est content, et quand c'est l'adversaire, il a des sous. Comme ça que ça marche. C'est une bonne façon de voir les choses. Même si dans l'opération, t'as perdu les sous quand même, si jamais c'est la France qui gagne. Alright. Pretty big moment this turn. Could be some silencer taking some hot shot. Could be the Jedi's losing one of their buddies, but we'll see in a minute. Alright, seems that both players are ready. We are going with green. Green is doing a maybe that's a 3. 3 hard and taking just a single focus. Does not want to be stressed for the upcoming turn, which is understandable. Alright, so it seems like Steve might have committed, I mean, at least pink, but... So green, 5 straight. Alright, so it seems like Steve did want to go on the initiative one. I believe the choice is quite correct because, speaking as obviously not an expert of anything about those two lists, but if you take the I1 out, you are really safe for those bombs for the rest of the game. Because if one of the Jedi bumps, then the problem is that Kylo and Blackout have a very good shot on him, because he's got the Force, yet, but that's a Force, right? So you need to roll focuses, and you do not have anything else. I believe this is going to be a Blackout shot on blue, because he just rolled on the right, but we shall see. Morning from East Coast, USA. Oh, well, hello. It's about noon in France. Donc tu penses que Steve va perdre? Non, il a pas dit qu'il pensait. Thank you for the follow. Really appreciate it. Alright, so the problem now is that red won't have a shot. Oh, alright. Knows the ship better than I do and is able to fit a boost through the yellow friend. Looking quite good. Took a focus. Is about to boost. Yeah, boosted. I believe. Oh, Blackout did try and go out of the fight. So he's now taking pretty much a free target lock. So Kylo will have a shot at range 3 on the Blue Jedi to try and get the focus out so that the CLT shot is quite bad. But I did wonder if Green should have done a 5 forward and go out of there. Yeah, if you know the situation, you probably, yeah, think that Green is not in the right spot, for sure. But then again, if Green is doing a 5, I mean, if Green is doing a 5 straight, then again, the attack is evaded without difficulty. If you do the 5 straight with Green, of course, this situation looks quite bad for the Jedis, but they are not doing the same. They are not doing the same boost, barrel roll, etc. maneuvers. So might look good as well. And maybe if Steve thinks the attack is not doing, the green one is not doing what he did, then maybe he just do not choose to go hard at him, I believe. Alright, so that was a good attack, evaded by using the focus. Now it is as well a very good attack, and this will be a damage. Yeah, a shield onto green. This is first blood for this game. And we did shoot with only 2 ships yet. He is shooting with blue. You can choose whether it's obstructed, I believe. No, you do not have to, but anyway. Yeah, it's not obstructed, so 2 plus 1. So it's at least 1 with the focus. It will be 2. There you go. Oh. 2 more onto the green one. Not rolling really great on defense. For now, I believe there was only 1 evade, native evade. So, alright, so 2 more from Steve. 1 evade. Statistical perfect roll. Statistically perfect roll. So that's 2 damage remaining. And this is going to do, I mean, whether it's a hit or a focus, you can focus for that to be 2. And he's taking another one. So green is living on the edge with only 1 HP left. And now green is shooting back. And I believe this is... Yeah, this is the reason when you hoped for the last attack die to be a hit and not a focus, because you do not want to be spending the focus on either of green and pink, because you do not want them to be modifiers less. And the Jedi is going to suffer a damage, so this is blue taking shield. Alright, so we traded a shield from the blue Jedi for 5 damage onto the CNR Demus Engineer. Looking quite good for our Republic friend. Let's see how the First Order can react about that in the next turn. So green is not stressed. Niels did want him to have the whole dial opened. So blackout is pretty much irrelevant for the next 2 turns, probably. Depends on what Steve will do, obviously, but seems like blackout will be irrelevant for 2 turns. Kylo is in a very good chasing position, though Jedis are pretty maneuverable, so you might just like go on Kylo without him to see that coming. And green is very, very, very ill right now. Only 1 hole left. So yeah, those ships having 6 HP and 3 agility is very menacing, if you consider that. But then again, on defense, the I1 did have some poor defense dice. I believe on the 3 last rolls he did get an evade with the like evade I blank roll. But on the 2 first he did roll nothing at all. And there they were range 3 and range 2 for yellow and red. So yeah, this is quite fair that the guy survives at this point. So I believe we are ready for the first order, maybe? I cannot see green's dial, but I assume this is the most difficult dial to set, because even though you're moving first, you have to try and clear your maneuver. Go in a position where you can probably focus boost or focus barrel or like anything, and try and probably aim to block some Jedi for Kylo to shoot them with a very very good shot, unmodified defense dice. Et merci pour le sub, mon cher Gigi. Incroyable. Bravo. Merci beaucoup. So, it seems like green did a 3 bank, so very good call not to stress yourself for the last turn. Did take a focus, you cannot see that, but it is under the ship's chassis. So now the question is, do you want to boost? You could as well barrel roll just in front of the red guy, but not quite sure this is a good choice. Oh, Will Hagwood, thank you. Thank you for the follow. Really appreciate it. So did stop where he was, which is 3 bank and a focus. Not stressing once again. Right, so green uses the force to perform a straight boost and takes a focus. So green is probably going to be safe this round. Blue did go over the cloud with a 5k. And will be strained for that. But can have a shot with a force modifier onto the green silencer. Pink is doing a 1 hard. This is hard to see if he has a shot, but then again he will just use a force to barrel roll, take a focus, and have a range 1 shot with a force and a CLT trigger. Red is doing a 5k, and yellow, let me guess, doing a 5k as well. Sabre laser pour Gigi, au secours. Alright, so. And you have a decent shot with pink if... I mean, you're not shooting Kylo anyway, but if pink shoots Kylo, this is a bullseye trigger as well, I believe. So, looking good as well. I mean, you can try and kill green with both red and yellow, and maybe blue if necessary, Jedi. And then you've got pink with a pretty menacing bullseye onto Kylo, so now he gave, that's the wrong order, gave the target lock to pink, but anyway, it was Kylo onto pink for sure. So, taking a lock and staying range 3, I believe? Looks like it is, nope, is boosting. So, with Steve having some shots onto, green, you might have this situation when green dies pretty quick, and the Jedi are able to shoot Kylo. Could be good looking for the Republic. So we are starting with Kylo's shot and looking quite good. You can spend a force or use the target lock. Spends a force. That's 3 and a crit. You have to spend to avoid taking any damage, but this is the only shot you take. So anyway, not looking that good to spend the focus because you have now an unmodded CLT shot, which means the CLT is pretty much irrelevant at this point. But you did not take any damage for the second turn in a row, besides the shield from blue, obviously. So that's looking quite good. So this is red, range 2 onto green. You have a force to modify your attack. Won't have to spend it. It's only 1 and a blank. And there is the evade. Now you've got pink. Right, same shot, same range. 2. 2 as well. Yeah, this is the moment where it's getting annoying. You've got the ace survive. Only 1. And we'll get 1. So now it's all on pink, or green will survive. You have a third attack die, but CLT is no longer relevant as you do not have any focus modifier, whether it's force, and it's a full blank at this point. So yeah, this is the annoying ace moment where you are in 4 attack arcs, but you survive without taking any damage. But you had like 3 ships stressed, so anyway, Kylo did a very good thing with forcing pink to spend the focus, because with the focus the shot would have been 2 eyeballs, so 2 hits. I mean, green could have survived this for sure, but could have died from it. What are they discussing about? Alright, so the initiative 1 silencer is not stressed, so can perform some complex maneuvers or just force Steve to chase him, which is obviously looking good. Kylo is facing the Jedis at this point. So let me just show you for those who might need it the dial of the tile silencer. So you've got all of the 2 hard bank straight and 3, 4, 5 straight that are blue. So Kylo is surely doing one of those maneuvers. So now the question for Steve is which is the one that he will choose. Blackout is also choosing one of these maneuvers. At this point the question is, does he go bank or hard? I believe hard is a bit menacing to fit at this point, but Niels is probably seeing this better than I do, so might want to try and do the 2 hard to the left, or just 2 bank and aim and shoot the same target as Kylo will. Kylo still has his luck, as he spent only a force for the shot onto pink. So for Steve, right now, it's looking good because you only lost a shield, and this is the second engagement. But now it is going to be quite hard because those silencers are probably going to roll 4 each time they shoot, whether you block them or not. So, and one of them has a very strong modifier, which is the force. So it could start to look bad for Steve. But Niels has Kylo in a position where he may be blocked because 2 bank would fit, but on the cloud, which is not looking that good. You could go too hard, but I believe this is also going on the cloud, so you might as well go straight, which is it's 2, 3, 4, 5. So now for Steve, it's a matter of bumping Kylo and having a net of shots on him to try and kill him as fast as you can. But the reason why you had to kill green is because of that. Green is probably going to block those Jedis on the way. So yellow, pink is probably blocking 2 and 3. I'm not sure about the 3, but the 2 is blocked, that's for sure. But the problem is yellow is going to bump on green if Steve did not see that coming. Yeah, I believe by doing red he is going to bump with yellow, sure. Red won't have bullseye aligned correctly. And you do not have a shot onto our green friend. You cannot roll on the left. I believe this is, yeah, this is not going to fit, I think. I don't think you attempt to do that at this point. Even though you like, there is a, I don't know. Oh, so yellow did try and go a bit faster, maybe to avoid some blocking positions, but was still blocked. And oh, blue is, though, having a very good range 1 CLT shot onto our little I1 friend. So now the question is, with Niels going to move, right away, he's got a lock with blackout. Okay, so Kylo did try the 2 straight, is bumped onto pink, and blackout is, I believe, evading all the bullseyes from both green and pink, which is looking amazingly good for our little obstructed friendly friend. Alright, so Kylo is shooting first. You got a shield out of blue and you are shooting blue for sure. So blue is taking 3 with a force. Yeah, roll laddies. Do not need the force. Roll 2, so it will just be a single damage on blue. First damage for the Republic. And then Blackout. Blackout is shooting at range just 3, I believe. Steve might be happy about that. This is 3 and double modded shot, but I believe you do not want to spend the... Okay, did not say anything. And Steve is rolling some great defense dice. It is 3 evade, sorry, so the shot is evaded. So I believe at this point, you start with blue, try and kill our green friend. Blue has only 1 shot, so anyway, Not much you can choose about, so let's roll. This is going to do 2, only 2. Might do it. And no, absolutely not. Roll at ease. Alright, so now this is pretty much going on blackout at this point. So is he in the bullseye? He's not. Ugh. No, no, no. Not far from it, but not inside it. And I believe green will have the same treatment. Just a bit outside, but outside. One hit on blackout. Did spend, so there you go. Taking a shield for that. Now this is green. Green is also missing the bullseye, but with more distance. Not a very good shot. One hit. Nothing to modify, and one defense. Nice. An evade. Tries also shooting blackout. So this will be 2v4. You've got a force. Not great shots this round. Oh, the obstacle went. I'm about to roll an obstacle. Alright. Okay. And nothing from blackout. So another shield. You have, yeah, this guy left, shooting at blackout once again. This will be pretty much it for the round. A hit with no modifiers possible. Once again, 2 evades. So round is over right now. So I believe first points for the first order were scored. And this is now looking 24 for Steve, 20 for Niels. The game just begun. 38 minutes remaining. So both Blackout and Kylo are not stressed. So looking good for the dials. Green is stressed though. Green, the little guy that refuses to die, is stressed. And the Jedis are not in a bad spot at this point because they've got some. They've got a very good tile when you consider slow maneuvers like one bank, one one bank, one hard, etc. So could look bad, but probably not as bad as you might think right now. Although they've got some initiative 5s in front of them. Now the question is, what will the next round look like? Maybe Kylo is doing a 5k. Probably Kylo is doing a 5k. Because at this point, you need Steve to do a 1 hard with red and barrel roll to the right to block 5k. But if he does that, means that red isn't shooting. So if you lose a shot with red, then you lose a shot on probably what will look like green's death or blackout's half. Also, blackout is not using trick shot or his ability. I know that's not the most relevant thing to note because blackout is commonly used for his initiative more than for his ability. But then again, you invested 4 points on this trick shot, so you might want to use it for sure. Because like you could have gone with an advanced optics on Kylo at this point. Probably. I don't know. I'm not the one that thought the list, right? I'm not criticizing. I'm just noticing that in this game, trickshot will probably not be of any use for Niels. This is a pillow fight. Yeah, it looks like it. I mean, green is taking some hard pillow, some hard pillow shots right now, but not doing anything though. Alright, so I believe we are set on both sides. I am really excited about the next turn. It could go in any direction. Green is disengaging. Alright. Could be massive though. Do not want to be taking some shots from... Oh, but he is... Alright, so let me think about it. He is disengaging, taking just a boost and a barrel roll. Alright, so he gives some space, I believe, to Kylo as well. So I imagine now even more than Kylo is doing a 5k. And this is a 4k for the pink Jedi. I forgot about this. This is looking quite good. Yellow is also doing a 5k, blocking a possible too hard from blackout, which would not be quite relevant at this point, but then again, why not? Blue. Oh, whoa. Doing, undoing, and redoing a 5k. The guy goes really fast. Alright, so one heart for green, and it will be a bump for this Jedi. And what does the guy do? One bank. Alright, so I believe he did what he could to prevent Blackout from clearing the maneuver, and then was like, I don't know about Kylo, I cannot do anything about Kylo, so we will do nothing about Kylo. You've got a range 1 CLT shot on to Blackout with pink, but this is the only shot you've got. No, you've got red as well. Maybe blue, but I don't think so. Blackout is... I mean, you put blue in a safe spot here, because he will not take any shot, whether it's from Kylo or Blackout, so looking very good for blue. But then again, if you roll like this without any mods, it's going really great. Alright, so takes 2 on... it's red, sorry. Having some really good dice in attack. Ooh, my scenes are going... What the hell is happening? Alright. Like, it's going a bit like this, right? Right. So, it is a... Oh... Structural! So Kylo is going to shoot a 2 agility ship at this point. So might kill him if he rolls great. Does not, but if there is no paint... Alright, there is paint. Red did go halved and is taking a structural damage. Yeah, I thought he would have turned left as well. I mean, turn left, you mean on our left and on his right, right? Alright, so this is a range 2 shot on Kylo. This is going to do 2 with the Force, and this is green shooting. But Kylo keeps rolling really great, so anyway. Alright, so you've got a range 1 shot on Blackout, and this is red shooting. you have the focus that you did not spend on defense, and Blackout is going to eat both of those hits. So Blackout is now halved and living on 2. Alright, so this is now yellow, I believe, shooting at Kylo, range 3. You will do 2 with the force, courtesy of the CLT, but Kylo keeps evading like a king. So nothing on Kylo at this point. So yellow, red, green, shot. It's now blue and pink. Alright, so you've got range 1 and the CLT. I mean, CLT is just guaranteeing that you are doing one more. Oh, ho, ho, ho. So the force will add a third. And this is another great roll for Blackout. Like, these people are just responding really, really great. I mean, like, you've got some good attack, I've got some good defense. You've got some poor attack, my defense is just enough. This is looking very great. Very good, very cool game so far. You're just excited for a roll, and then another one comes and it just blocks the previous one, so looks really cool. Alright, so at this point, both players did score some points. Thank you, Ronan, for the follow. Welcome. So you've got 58 for Steve, 40 for Niels. Blackout did go halved. Green and living on 2. Green is living on 1. Kylo did not take any damage at this point. And on Steve's side... Et salut, salut! And on Steve's side, you've got red with a structural damage and halved as well. So both blue and red are halved at this point. Might be some priority targets for Niels. But green, I mean, the green silencer is not in a very good spot. Blackout could try to run at this point, maybe. I don't think it was a missed opportunity, because you were going 2 forces down, which means only 1 force left on the next turn, so maybe that was not quite relevant. J'hésite à jouer le jeu en réel avec mon fils de 12 ans. Ah, c'est une bonne idée. C'est un jeu très sympa. Qui a plusieurs... Les bons joueurs ont des bondés, c'est toujours pareil. C'est c'est un jeu très sympa. Évidemment à jouer à 2, ça c'est une évidence. Quoi qu'on peut jouer à plus, hein, maintenant. Mais non, non, c'est un jeu très cool, ça fait apprendre plein de choses, les mesures. Pas mal de retenue aussi au niveau des mouvements, parce que on a déjà essayé avec Légion. Ah, Légion, c'est très bien aussi, c'est très très bien. Ça fait très plaisir. C'est pas du tout la même ambiance, c'est pas du tout la même rigueur en termes de mesure et d'exécution de mouvement, mais rien que pour la mise en place, je l'ai un peu perdu. Oui, ça j'imagine par contre. Même si c'est un passionné, la première partie elle fait toujours un peu mal. Ça c'est une évidence. Alright, so what will the First Order do in this position? You probably have to keep those points for yourself, as if you lose green or blackout at this point, it's looking quite bad. But on the other hand, you are behind and running after the score. Half of a Jedi, or like the other half of a Jedi that already suffered a damage, would be enough to go up by 1 point, I believe. So looking interesting. Kylo is stressed. Green is stressed as well. So green could not be able to fit too hard to the left, maybe. Could be a little risky, and at this point I don't think you want to be on the cloud with a strain, no focus, in front of probably a lot of Jedi. So might not look good to try and see this, but then again, Niels is a better player than I am, so maybe he sees that it will clear, so we shall see. Blackout is not stressed, so could be one harding to the left and then boosting, or like doing silencers usually do to evade some shots. And Kylo though is stressed, so it's a bit more complicated at this point to do something about his position and his ability to shoot well some of Steve's ships. But Steve, on the other hand, is stressed with blue, yellow, and pink. So it might be difficult as Blackout is sitting just in front of pink. Lots of big points wins available for Steve though. He's in a good place, I think. Blue and red are limping and could be initiative kill too. Yeah. So what did green do? So it was a 2 straight, focus and boost with a stress. Green will be bumping on Kylo, probably guaranteeing... Oh, this is a 5k, 4k, 5k, and it bumped, not looking very good for the Jedi. And now this is probably everyone bumping at this point, because I saw that he was hesitating to do blue. No, okay, blue is fine, blue is fine. Oh no, blue is not. I thought it was a 3 bank. Okay, so blue bumps as well. So now you've got one of the ships that took a damage. That is... I mean, both damaged Jedi are bumped or stressed, so it means that they are not having an action. That looks not good. This game is relatively even still, although Steve is flying well to keep shots each turn. Yeah, I mean, both players are playing really well at this point. But this turn is quite messy for Steve. For sure. He only has a single shot. Oh man, alright, so this turn is looking really good for Niels. He will probably score some heavy points at this point, because red is dead, probably. Green, yellow, blue, do not shoot this turn. Pink has a pretty decent shot, but red is dead, so anyway, you do not count on his shot. Not looking very good. Not looking very good. If you do 4, you guarantee the kill. Now you do 3, so you need... I mean, he can double evade. Will not, so he is dead. Red dies courtesy of the structural damage. Okay, so can Blackout shoot yellow? Can Blackout shoot blue? Blackout can shoot blue, so you might want to try and erase blue. So the force that is... Okay, so this is Kylo's force? Yeah, okay. The force that is uncharged is Kylo's force. Tries and shoot blue. Gets only 1, so blue... Oh, got the target lock, but gets only 1. Not a very good shot this time. So blue is at least... I mean, probably taking... Okay, alright. Is okay. So, red died, and Niels is now ahead by 1 point. So you've got pink, range 1 on 2 Kylo. Kylo has a force down. You aim for some good dice. You get 2, which is fair. and Kylo will have to spend the second force to get the second evade. Blue does not shoot, green does not shoot, and this guy is probably out. So yeah, it was a rough turn for Steve. I believe he messed up with some dials, although it was some complicated situation for sure. But yeah, only managed to have a single shot, and the shot did pretty much nothing except from stripping a force out. And now green is in a good position to come back to the fight or continue to run. That is up to Niels for sure. Green is not in a great spot. Blue is. Yellow. I mean, green is not in a great spot because he's stressed, looking at the board edge. And now Kylo can once again 5k without having any difficulties or pretty rough shots to take. Mortality, je trouve, c'est le nombre de variations dans les vaisseaux, les armes, etc. Les possibilités de stratégie augmentées quand même. Ah oui, bien sûr, il y a énormément de cartes, énormément de combinaisons possibles pour assembler ces cartes. Le jeu est très riche, ça c'est une certitude. Et le jeu s'enrichit comment dire, d'extension en extension avec des vaisseaux qui bougent différemment, des vaisseaux qui bougent différemment, des cartes qui te permettent de faire des choses très différentes en termes d'attaque, en termes de défense, de modifier, d'empêcher les modifications. Non, non, le jeu est très complet de ce point de vue. Hello! Hello, Freck. Welcome. And yeah, it was unlucky with for sure it was unlucky for Blackout with target lock. You were probably aiming to do at least one more, so that blue is living on one or like dead. That would have been some possible outcome for this shot. But I mean, like, you've got some target lock at range 2, and the guy has a force and 3 agility. So statistically, even though you do 3, the guy evades 2, takes only 1, lives. There is a slight chance that you kill blue, but anyway, he is probably going to live to fight another day. And this is what happened, but did not take any damage. Zemoto, thank you for the sub. The follow. Big turn, I think Kaido can carry this now. Yeah, I mean, at this point with a Jedi dead, and pretty much Blackout being behind them. So now the thing is they have to K-turn, and if they K-turn they do not have modifiers except for the Force. Yeah, it's the red dying here without doing anything is probably getting Niels up by more than just 1 point in the overlay. Because yeah, Kylo can 5k be, I mean, or do the ship, does the ship have a, yeah, 3 Talon, okay. So you're not forced to go that far, you can just like 3 Talon and chase some Jedi. I mean, it's looking very good for the First Order now. Alright, so I believe everyone is pretty much set. And this is green, going like between 4 and 5, 5 straight. Continuing to bait. I mean, now green is pretty much out of the... He will maybe come back next turn with a 1 hard boost. Yeah, yellow did fall into the trap, I believe. 4 straight. Using the force to barrel roll. Maybe to try and line up the bullseye, though I believe this will be just a bit short for this. Blue. Whoa! Doing a double 4 straight. I did not know this guy had a slam. Alright, so he did take Kylo's force. The guy is really strong. Like, he goes 9 straight and then takes the force from Kylo. Wow, the guy is strong. Right, so blue, 4 straight, boosts with the force and gets a focus. Alright, it's still an obstructed shot, which doesn't look very good. You cannot boost with pink, which means pink is going to have no shot this round. Just takes a focus. And green does a 2-bank to the left. So you did put some distance between you and Kylo, which is obviously looking good for the Jedi. But then again, you are assuming that Kylo is going to chase you for the rest of the game. And this does not look good. For sure. Because Kylo being the chaser is not what you want to have. There you go. 3 Talon to the right. Takes a stress. And Blackout goes 5 straight and now can have some focus and boost. Ça a l'air plus tendu que c'est parti chez les Jawa. T'as eu pas le choix, bienvenue. Yeah, this will probably be... Oh, maybe target lock, I mean, at this point. Whatever. You can keep the target lock if you do not spend it. That is for sure. Oh, barrel rolls. Prefer to barrel roll. Yeah, I mean... Yeah, I see why. Okay, takes a stress and then gets a shot. We'll see if green dies at this point. Oh, and Kylo has a shot onto pink. Okay. And he has a target lock and a force available for that. Right, so might as well use the target lock here. Gets the hit and use the force. That's 3. And pink will evade that without any difficulties. Lost the force in the process. Players are laggy. That's amazing. Alright. Green. Oh, lost the force. My bad. Yeah, we'll reroll everything with the lock and get another 2. That's 2 and a crit onto green. Green will take a hit and a crit. And the crit is direct hit. Green is on 1. Not looking very good for the Republic right now. You've got 21 points. You are running 21 points behind. And yellow miss. Oh, got the bullseye. Wow. This was not looking like this in my mind, but then again, he's got the bullseye. It's going to do 2, but the guy rolls 5. You saw Soontir die with less than that, but not happening on this shot. This is now range 2, so 1 less agility. That's only 4. Need to do 3 at this point. You pretty much need to do 3. And you got 3. And it will be enough as you cannot spend the focus. And the game did turn once again 82 to 79. 3-point lead for Steve. A ship out of the fight for Niels. We are going with 4 ships against 2. The game is intense. That is for sure. I hope Blackout follows pinks. Be some nice shots. Did follow green, but it's a nice shot. How does Kylo have a target lock on pink if he target lock red in previous turn? If I'm not missing anything. Um, right, so let me just remind what happened. I mean, to be fair, you know what? To be fair, Kylo did use a force and target lock, did get nothing out of Pink, that just had to spend a force to evade the thing. Pink did not shoot, so did not need the force. I'll say no consequences, I'll not interfere. But then again, I mean, I'm not allowed to interfere, but like I was talking about calling a judge and anything. But yeah, you're right. Took a target lock on red. And yeah, you are correct. Should not have any target lock onto pink. You are correct. Good call, good call. Okay, so I'm seeing this with 90 seconds delay, so if I'm responding late, do not worry. Bonne journée Ronan. Salut. Merci d'être passé. Alright, so now Steve is pretty much looking to try and kill Blackout. That is only living on 2. And once you killed Blackout, that is worth like you already have half, so that's 34. So now you've got 33 left to score. And after that, you consider things about Kylo. There are 8 minutes left in the game. So the time you need to kill Oh, double boosted. I mean, yeah, the players are... Steve is quite laggy. That is the reason why he performs 2 things out of 1 each time. Yeah, there you go. Okay, he lags. Like, got a really bad connection at this point. Alright, so just takes a focus with green. You've got force, you've got focus, but I believe with 1 HP left and Kylo going hard at green, green dies here. So, yeah. Thank you for the follow. Welcome. Alright, so pink. What do you want to do with pink? Boost. Alright. Thing is, you are getting really committed into blackout, and yellow did not have the dial set. I mean, at this point, it's not relevant, because both of Niels' ships are moving after that. But yeah, you could say that it was due to allow ships to... Oh, and blackout is blocked here by the green one. So green is not taking 2 shots, but only 1 at this point. So Steve did a great job to allow some Jedi to take less shots. Yeah, but then again, you've got some big Kylo coming hard at you. And blue is not the safest Jedi. He's only living on 2. But blackout will only have 1. And the Jedi will evade this. So now this is Kylo. We will know if green dies here or survives. Right, so might want to spend. For a blanks, this is big. Any paint gets pink out of the way. There you go. Pink is safe for this turn. It was not a very good combination of shots and evade for Niels for sure. And green has a range 2 shot onto blackout. Yeah. Looking very good as a blackout shot onto pink last round. quite the same like pixel of arc. Alright, so Blackout is safe for this shot, just as Pink was with Kylo's shot. You've got the bullseye, you've got a focus, you've got 2 plus a focus result. Oh, but this will go with only 1. This is a very bad shot for Steve. Pourquoi focus? Parce que s'ils évadent, c'est violet. L'évade est violette, donc ça leur fait dépenser la force. Si tu parles des Jedi. Now, this is the big shot. We'll know if Blackout dies with this. This is going to do 3. You need 2 to go through. No, only 1. Blackout lives. 1 hole left. So at this point, score did not change, and we are going through what is probably going to be the last round of this game. We have less than 5 minutes left. I'm not quite sure who is favored in this situation, because Kylo could be taking any half, anywhere, any time. Imagine bringing Blackout with Gas Cloud, confusing stuff. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I don't understand those ace players that bring Blackout plus Gas Cloud. Because, like, yeah, you are getting a die away from me. But I get an automatic evade if I roll a blank, right? So, I mean, you can have obstacles that do pretty much the same thing without allowing me to have some evade. Though, I understand that gas clouds are looking very good for players, for ships like these, because you can go through them without considering it. But, not quite sure this is I mean, I don't know. Obviously, there is some clever thinking that I have not thought about. Le mec a léché les dés avant le match. Alright, so Blackout on 1, Kylo on, well, 6. Green and blue are halved. Green is at 1 hole. Blue is at 2. Both yellow and pink are pretty safe. So now the question is whether you are Steve or Niels. I mean, yeah, no, with Niels this is pretty obvious. You have to kill or halve something. If you do that without losing anything, sorry, you win. With Steve's position, the question is, what do you go? What do you do? Do you go with try and block Kylo? The question is now, with whom do you try and do this? Because, like, you could argue that blue is trying to bump Kylo, but if blue does that, Blackout is on the way for Kylo, so you move Kylo first. Kylo bumps Blackout, gets a shot on blue, and then Blackout.
Hello there.
Hello there. So the question is, this is one of the hardest situations in X-Wing. This is like, do I go to make my points survive? Because I'm leading with what is quite bad. Like 3 points is just, I'm leading with nothing, but I'm leading. So, do I want to be fleeing the combat zone and saving my points, or do I try and kill Kylo? Because if you kill Kylo, sorry, Blackout. If you kill Blackout at this point, if you manage to kill the guy, you win the game. Most likely. Most likely, because Blackout needs to not take. I mean, you probably have to not take 2 more halves, because if Niels takes half or a kill, takes 19 points. So Blackout's half is above 19 points, so you win. But if Kylo or Kylo and Blackout take more than just half point, you lose. So I love to be the spectator and not the player at this point. this is my main concern right now. Thing is, you take Blackout because he is PS5, not for his ability. If you get his ability off, that's an item. Yeah, for sure, but like then don't invest on trick shot. Perfect. Yeah, this was my thinking. I was like you've got some 9 points bid. I mean, go on 8 and take an advanced optics on Kylo, or mod your. Oh, yeah. Okay, so clock did go off. So this is the end of legal time. Sorry. Players are ready for the last round. They took 5 minutes to think about the maneuvers. I believe they are now ready to shoot. Blue! One heart to the right. Tries maybe to block an escape route for a blackout. J'ai envie qu'il gagne maintenant qu'il a perdu 1000 points. Okay, so blue is getting some force plus focus. Yellow, what is he doing at this point? Okay, so what is the plan here? Catch blackout that evades combat zone? Oh, but by boosting you. Okay, so yeah, I don't know what he thinks blackout will do. Green tried too hard and stayed where he is. This is looking very bad. Oh, and pink is bumping. Alright, this is not looking very good. And blackout is going to evade everything. And yeah, Niels is thinking, I believe Niels is thinking about the fact that he can make Kylo bump onto, yeah, there you go, perfect. Alright, yeah, it's not looking very good, because like blackout is doing a 3 hard and will take probably what looks like a shot from green and bumps. Oh man. But if Kylo kills green there, then there is absolutely no shot to take. So it means like pink would have to take half of Kylo in a single shot. If green dies here, it's probably GG for Niels. And you have only a single force, so green might live if he rolls 2 paints. Does. Green survives, and yeah, at this point, this is game. This is game. This is done. Kylo had a poor shot, and green will outlive this. Oh man. Green would have gone over the gas cloud, but then again, yeah, using the force, yeah, why not? Would have been in Blackout's arc, so maybe not use the force. Alright, so, and now he's doing 3 on Blackout. No, 2. 3, 2. Oh, that's on Kylo, so that's pink. I don't understand what they're doing, but... Alright, so anyway, Kylo loses 2 shields. But at this point, this is game. Anyway, even though Steve scores more points, he just won the thing. And by winning this game, won the series for France as well. This was not looking good. Beginning of the turn, this was not looking good. Yeah, I believe they just... I mean, I don't know. So, okay, so yellow doesn't have a shot. Blue... pink just shot. and Blackout did survive to the role for of green, I believe. So it's a GG. Not only advanced optics, also extreme maneuver pattern on Kylo can be a thing. You can even think to raise the PS1 to PS4, perfect for this meta, or even rush. All right, okay. Thank you for the explanation, though. Not used to see some. I mean, used to see yes, but not used to think about those lists as I am not some first order player, or like don't like those silencers, to be fair, for this meta and for XTC pairings. Okay, I see. Yeah, flip the force on green, but at this point that doesn't quite matter. I mean, Blackout did evade the shot, so that's okay. As well as the target lock for Kylo wasn't supposed to be on pink. The force on green wasn't supposed to be up, but then again, Blackout did evade, so it's okay. So anyway, let me update the score as France. That's not the right thing. France goes 4-2 and wins this round against the Netherlands. And we have some final game to see tonight at 9 p.m. UTC plus 2, so that means 7 p.m. UTC. You can see the game right here. GG to both players and GG to both teams as well. Was some amazing series. This is not over yet, but the score is pretty much done at this point. France gets the win. And this looks... It was an interesting game. I believe there were some heavy shots with heavy defense and some poor shots with poor defense on both sides at different times. Yeah, it made the game really interesting, really good looking. So I hope you liked the thing. Hope you enjoyed the stream and the game. And yeah, thank you everyone for your continued support, follows, subs, subs, etc., and participation in the chat. We will see each other tonight as well, 7 p.m. UTC, 9 p.m. UTC plus 2, for the final game of France against the Netherlands. See you then, and have a very good Sunday.